Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Deja Vu here, bringing you Game 3 from Pro League Finals between SKT1 and KT Rolster, and it is a 2-0 lead for SKT1, leading off with their big guns. And in this third set, we're going to have for SKT in blue, we're going to have Soo, and in red for KT Rolster in the bottom right-hand corner, we're going to have Action. So Action versus Soo here in this game, and yeah, this is pretty indicative of SKT's strategy throughout the season. There have been a huge number of games, a disproportionate number of games, I think, that they've led off with their big three: Bisou, Fantasy, Best, and gone ahead and taken huge leads in games, won them completely in 3 sets, and just dominated. I mean, it was an interesting strategy to see from SKT, saying, "Hey, we've got this three-headed Hydra monster. Let's just go ahead and beat everyone down and see what we can do and see how well that goes for us." And yeah, it's a great idea, and I don't know who that is, but he's a KT fan and someone important, and I don't know who that is, but yeah, that's been an SKT strategy throughout this season, and it's worked very, very well for them, obviously, as the #1 seed. And okay, nice. Yeah, just nice. And there is a pools going down for both players. It looks like we're going to have even builds. We're going to have very even builds. One advantage for Soo is that he's going to get the scout out correctly with his Overlord going in. Both players scouting counterclockwise. That advantage is going to go to Soo. He's going to be able to see exactly what Action is doing ahead of time, and he's going to be able to react however he wants to. And Action, on the other hand, is going to have to be somewhat blind about it and have to just sort of figure out what he wants to do and play a little bit more carefully in a lot of situations. Is what you just got to play more carefully. When your opponent knows exactly what you have and what you're doing, you just got to be careful. And there's KT Rolster's record. Yeah, 11-3 for their Zergs. Their Zergs have been very, very good this season. A lot of what I would call average Zergs that are, you know, a little above average Zergs. Action, Crazy Hydra, and Hoja. Above average Zergs, not great certainly, but solid Zergs, pretty decent. And they started to come through for KT Rolster pretty well. And so far in this playoffs, remember, Hoja is 4-0 in this playoffs. That's ridiculous. Hoja is, I'm going to say that again, Hoja is 4-0 in this playoffs. How insane is that? That's crazy. How do you go 4-0? I don't know, but he is 4-0 in this playoffs. And Action, let me go check out what his record is in these playoffs. I'm actually pretty curious. I bet he's won 2 or 3 games as well. He is 1, 2, 3, and 1. Yeah, 4-1. Oh, did they go to 3 games against CJ? Yeah, they must. Yeah, they were. I'm totally sorry. They did go to 3 games against CJ, and that's how he's 4-1. He has 1 loss against Shine, and he's beaten all the gooder players. Yes, that's right, gooder. He's beaten all the gooder players, then he lost to Shine. Oddly enough, and ooh, nicely done by Action, getting in there and sniping off a Zergling. Unfortunately, a bunch more Zerglings pop out for Soo, and Action is forced to run away. And I wonder if Action maybe has snuck a drone in here, because it looks like he has less Zerglings, so I have the sneaky suspicion that he may have snuck in a drone here in this mid-game, and they just flash to so many people that I get really distracted. Like, anytime I stop talking, it's usually kind of, I'm like, I wonder who that is, I wonder what's going on, and I wonder who all these people are. I wish I could understand Korean, so that way I know who all these people are. I bet you they're like actresses and like super famous people that are like, yeah, we love StarCraft because we're famous, and StarCraft's like football, so yeah, we love it. That would be so cool. At least that's what I'm telling myself it is in my head, because nothing else really makes sense to me, because I don't want to believe anything else, so that's what I'm going with. And that is the weirdest wall I've ever seen, and he's okay, he's starting to develop it. Oh, Soo, that just looks so weird. But yeah, he's going to develop his wall on the bottom of his ramp. Neither player taking expansion, so sticking with 1 hatch, 1 base. Very, very basic and careful here for both players. And I don't know if there's really a spot in this one for this wall. Looks a little bit cleaner. I don't think there's any spot for Action to really try and dart in there and do anything. Both players do have spires going up, and they should have basically the exact same timing. It looks like Soo's is a little bit ahead, but not enough to really mean anything. The timing that you want to see there, if there is going to be significant, is if there will be time for Scourge to actually pop and head over to the other Zerg's base prior to Mutalisk popping, and then, you know, killing off a meter or two right off the bat, which is what you're hoping for if there is enough of a gap, but no, not in this game. There will not be enough that kind of a gap here. And Action looks like he really wants to get down that ramp, but I just don't think it's going to happen. I just don't see there's a gap, and he doesn't have enough of a Ling advantage to really just pile drive his way through there. We do have a natural expansion coming up for Action here, and a second hatchery in base coming in for Soo. So both players will be on 2 hatcheries, but Action will have the second base and potentially a second gas, and Soo's going to try and use the same amount of production, but try and be aggressive with it and force Action to defend 2 different air locations, and that could end up being huge here. And I apologize, it looks like Soo did have enough time here with his Scourge in order to get into play here. Might actually be able to pick off a Muta or 2, and he is coming in there. He's going to get 1 Muta, and he's going to get a second Muta. So Soo, excellent from Soo. That is clutch by Soo. I am so sorry. I apparently totally misrepresented the time it takes for those Scourge to build and head over there. I really didn't think that he had enough time, but it looks like he did, and that is actually huge. That is beyond huge. That is massive. That's what she said, and and that is going to be a huge advantage right now for Soo. So he's going to have the production. Now he needs to just try and get aggressive here. I don't know if he knows about... Yeah, he should know about the natural expansion. His Scourge should have flown right over it, but he needs to get aggressive here and use the fact that he's got the same production, only... But he should be up mutas. He's ahead on. He's the same on production, ahead on mutas, and he needs to be aggressive. It's important that he's aggressive here. If he allows Action to get that second gas running and to start building up that muta count to disproportionate levels, he will lose this game. So the onus is all on Soo right now to get something done. He needs to do something, even though he picked off those 2 mutas, which was excellent and very nice. He still needs to continue. Still needs to get to work, still needs to continue to attack Action and find holes in his defense and try and win this lead and keep going through. And it looks like Action is going to counter this attack by backdooring, and there's nothing at the base for Soo right now. So big trouble right now for Soo and for Action. Both of them are actually in huge trouble here. It looks like Soo's going to lose all of his drones, and it looks like Action is going to lose all of them as well. And the Spire goes down for Action, so no more aerial units will be produced for Actions for the remainder of this game. Both players basically are going to be left with the units that they've produced, and that's basically, and that was a huge Scourge hit. And is this going to be an elimination race? I think this could be an elimination race. This could be a situation where it's an elimination race, and what happens is Action just basically builds an extractor somewhere and wins because he has an extractor. But if this is an elimination race, Soo is in huge trouble. Soo might lose to elimination. Oh my god, this is going to be so close. Oh my god, this is so close. And what is Soo going to do? Soo needs to go home, or he needs to do something. He needs to be decisive here, and Action is going for it. He's going to pick off the Spire. All there is a hatchery and an extractor left. Soo goes home with his Mutalisk, and he's going to be able to save his hatchery just barely. Is going to save that hatchery. So now both players basically, again, I say again, they're basically left with the exact units that they have. They don't really have the ability to build anymore. Never mind, there is that hatchery still left alive at the natural expansion. So this is all in right now for Soo. Soo just has to go all in and yeah, try to win. This is it. All in for Soo at this point. No other option. Cannot take any time to do anything else. Gonna come in here, pick off 1, 2. Please pick off the rest. Really? What are you doing? Oh, Action is gonna backdoor with his mutas and possibly go for the eliminate. Really? If you're gonna swoop, swoop. Sorry. Sometimes I get annoyed when people screw up, but if you're gonna do your swoop, he should have picked off all of the drones there. He had enough swoops in there with his mutas that all the drones should be dead. That's just missed micro by Soo, and unfortunately that could end up haunting him here. We are getting a first-person view of Soo at this moment with his 12 supply, and he needs to get working. And I want a first-person view of Action. Just how many mutas does he have? Because it looks like we saw, yeah, it's really close. Yeah, it is extremely close. 16 supply for him, and he's getting a Spore Colony. As soon as that Spore Colony comes up, it is game. So Action is going to win this game, and yeah, Action has won this game. As soon as that Spore Colony finishes and it's about to pop, that is going to be game. Action will win, and Soo, with extreme indecisiveness, will lose this game. Purely because of indecisiveness, Soo will lose this game. And unfortunately, that, as they say, is that. And here comes Soo. He has to go, has no choice, and yeah. His one hope right now is I think he's trying to hope that he can pick off all of the drones, and now he's going to stop doing that. I think he was trying to pick off all of the drones and try and cause a draw, but that's not going to happen there. It's going to be GG, and that is that. GG. Wow, kind of disappointed in Soo. I really think he should have been able to pick off all of those drones, and then we would have had to see whether or not Action had enough money left over to, build more. And yeah, that was very, very exciting, though. This is a great series. I hope you guys are enjoying. I hope you guys think that this is great too. This is an awesome series. This is a great series. This is awesome. Beast and Wookiee was a fun game. Flash and Fantasy was a fun game. This was a crazy game that had kind of a pseudo-elimination race going on. Very, very fun. Great games going on here. And we're going to go on to set 4 after that short one. And the series is evening up a little bit closer. 2 games to 1. I will see you guys there. And there. Oh, wait. No, wait. I'm going to stay a little bit longer because that's our Reach poster. Because that is what I was talking about. Reach is retiring, and that is the Reach retirement poster. I hope they bring that up every single time they win to be like, Reach, we love you. But anyways, going on to set 4. I will see you guys all there.